So I just saw a video from Donut Media, Ford Focus RS, the latest great hot hatchback. Ooh, I'm not sure if I would call that hot hatchback great ever at all. Ford fanboys, get ready. Just, you know what, I'm gonna save you some time. Go ahead, click thumbs down on this video and tell me in the comment section how I don't know anything about cars and my dad is gay. Well, that one probably is true. So let's dive on in. Let's see what we can find. I'm gonna go over 7 things that Donut Media did not mention in their review or their video of hot hatchback, the greatest fucking Focus RS there apparently is. So first, I am not hating on Donut Media. I like their up to speed, and I do like Nolan's videos where he's exposing corrupt government politicians in automotive industry. I think that's really cool. I don't think that's gonna last for very long, but good job, Nolan. Second, I'm not hating on James specifically here, okay? This company has to make money. Donut Media has to make money. If this was a sponsored video by Ford or a dealership of some kind, that's totally cool. Like, I want them to make money because they're producing free content that's entertaining. Every time I'm making food, every time I'm making a sandwich, every time I'm barbecuing something, that's all stuff that's like making food, isn't it, huh? Okay, I watch their stuff sometimes. So I'm not hating on them. I like what they do. So number one problem with Ford Focus RS is it suffers from engine problems immensely. All of them, every single one of them. I'm gonna tell you why that is. So I found this not by going to some secret RS forums or FordHaters.com. No. Google is full of this shit. What I'm gonna show you is off the front page of Google. I didn't even have to click page 2, just one page. Analysis, Ford Focus RS engine problems. Why would that be? The car is supposed to be so fucking amazing. This should be the pinnacle of Ford engineering. Unfortunately, head gaskets issues have been discovered. Oh boy, have they been discovered. Engine failures tarnish Ford Focus Halo hatchback. They could have made something amazing, but they made this turd right here. Ford Focus RS owners are reporting widespread head gasket failures. Oh boy, they are. We are just getting started. I'm not even halfway there. Does the Ford Focus RS have head gasket failure problems? That's not a question. How is this even a question, guy? That's like a thing. Yes, they do. The short answer is yes, they do. Ford Focus RS problems, owners promised free repairs. Well, because their Ford Focus, just a regular Ford Focus, had so many transmissions problems, there was actually a class action lawsuit against Ford. They didn't want the same lawsuit, so they were like, well, before we get completely fucked and go out of business, why don't we get our shit together and start fixing these cars? Why Ford Focus RS is having head gasket problems? I'm gonna show you in like few seconds why there is such a huge problem and why engineers knew that this was gonna happen. Ford confirms engine issues with Ford Focus RS. It's not even a maybe, it's 100%. Why so many Ford Focus are freaking out about failing head gaskets? If you see that on your Ford Focus, tow that bitch straight to the dealership. You're fucked. I hope you still have warranty going. Ford acknowledges engine issues with early production Focus. I love how they have this word, early production, as if anything changed before early production and later production. It's the same shit. The engine is still the same. Ford Focus RS head gasket problems, owners get free fix white smoke fault, okay? I wish they also put while still under warranty. If you buy second-hand Ford Focus RS, you're stuck. It's up to you, buddy. I hope you know how to use that wrench. I hope you got a fucking cherry picker in your garage. This problem is so big that there's an actual video compilation of these issues. When there's a compilation or a meme of something, this shit is pretty obvious. I mean, it's out there. It's not even being hidden. Just listen to this. Let's enjoy this. Yeah, this is a $50,000 epic Ford Focus RS. This is why it's happening. You have inline 4, okay? Then you have an engine that's going around it. Instead of these cylinders, I'll show it like this, maybe you can see it better. Instead of these cylinders being connected to the outside of the engine by a couple of connectors, just few points, it needed like 4, 6 would be even better. They have 0. These 4 cylinders are just in there. The only place they're connected to the actual engine is at the bottom. So you have immense pressure inside that engine. It's fucking crazy. Second, pistons are going up and down at ridiculous speeds very fast. Number 3, there is thermal expansion when you're starting the engine, from cold especially. The engine shrinks is just a little bit. It's not by a mile, it's not by 3 inches. Okay, it's just the teeniest tiniest bit. But teeniest tiniest bit in engines, that's a fucking mile. You have to fuck up an engine only by 30 seconds of an inch, 64th of an inch sometimes, and the engine is fucked. 30 seconds of an inch of fuck up, that's a mile of fuck up. That's crazy, that's insane. This engine will shrink while cold, then while it's hot, it's gonna expand, and these cylinders are expanding at different rates than outside of the engine. So coolant is leaking from outside inside the cylinders, and the white smoke is just water vapor coming out. No, your car, okay, yes, your car is vaping. Yes, you can put it in your fucking comment section. Yes, it's vaping. This is the second part that James did not mention. We could have had Ford Focus RS in 2009, and this, what it would look like. You see that beauty? That thing looks fucking sexy as hell. We could have had that. This is Leno, right here, driving RS in America, in California, from his shop. Because once you're a millionaire, you can have anything you want. You can import Coke, you can import fucking your personal bitches, you can import a Ford Focus RS that is restricted otherwise. All you have to have is just money. Because once you have money, rules do not apply to you. I'm gonna let somebody else who is a little bit more of an expert and actually driven this car tell you about this car. And this would be no other than Jeremy Clarkston.
It has a 2.5-litre turbocharged engine, just like the Subaru. Not quite as powerful, but you still get 345 brake horsepower. All of which is sent to the front wheels.
That sounds like the recipe for a massive accident. But it isn't.
This is really very, very good. Of course, you do get a fair bit of torque steer. Watch the steering wheel when I put my foot down, hands off, here we go, and yeah, we've turned right, and right again. Every time the turbo cuts in, you turn right.
But thanks to a clever front differential, the grip is incredible.
It is also extremely fast. The top speed, they say, is 165 miles an hour.
Instead of that, we got this freshly squeezed brown turd right here. You're welcome. You wanted that one with 300-something horsepower? Oh, how about 135 brown color? Sounds great? Perfect, $27,000. Fuck this shit. That's why I will never buy a brand new car from manufacturer. Number 1, and number 2, not especially fucking Ford. Number 3, these cars are ridiculously overpriced. Absolutely crazy. When they were brand new, they were selling for over $42,000. I'm gonna read you on just 2 sentences from Jalopnik, just 2 sentences to underline this problem. Recently, I was contacted by a man in California who had become frustrated with his local dealer telling him that if he wanted to buy an RS locally, he would have to be paying $10,000 dealer markup. $10,000. Dealers were making over $15,000 per each car. Over $15,000. That's crazy. You know what Ford could have done? They could have easily easily sold the car directly to us for $31,000 or $32,000, whatever they were selling to dealerships for. They could have sold it to us. You know what they said? They said, fuck you, no. This is my problem number 4, and this is specifically just with Ford. Ford prioritized dealers making money instead of you saving money. They could have sold that car to you for just over $30,000. They sold it to dealerships, and dealerships sold it to you for over fucking 50 grand. And James in his video said that there's still 1,000 cars left over on dealerships parking lots, brand new, 2018 edition. Well, I hope they never get fucking sold, or dealerships will lose money on every single one of them. Check this out. This article is by Andrew Rock, and I'm just gonna underline one sentence. According to Good Car, Bad Car, Ford sold, well, I'm gonna call that 13,000 cars. 13,000 cars, and this article was published in March 2017. So that's 16 months ago. 16 months ago, okay? Do you think they sold a couple of more cars over a fucking year? That was just 1 year of production. That's 1 year. Now we're 16 months over that. So let's just do some easy math, super easy math, okay? So we're gonna have about 25,000 cars that are sold up to date, okay? 25,000 multiply by an average of, let's say, $15,000 each dealer made, right? How much is that gonna be? That's $375 million that dealerships got from their customers. Ford could have sold those cars directly to us. They told us, fuck you, we have our dealers who are a priority to us. Instead of you saving $375 million, we're taking care of our dealers. Oh, you? Well, you can go fuck yourself. How about that? Problem number 5. $52,000 brand new. How much do you think this car costs right now? Let's go to Auto Trader. I'm not going to Craigslist, not going to eBay. We're gonna look at what dealers are selling these cars for. Not even private parties, just dealers. 28, 28, 29. I bet I can scoop one of those up for $25,000. So just with the dealership pricing, with me no negotiating, this car right here, Ford Focus RS, the pinnacle of Ford engineering, their fucking rally mobile, lost 47%. 47 fucking percent. Are you serious? When has a great car lost 47%? Oh, yeah, that's right. It had that thing going. Yeah, okay, makes sense, makes sense. Problem number 6. There are better options. If you're gonna spend $40,000 on a sports car, let's see what else you can buy. Just in my humble opinion, just my super humble opinion. First, there's Infiniti Q60 Red Sport 400. 400 horsepower, all-wheel drive. You get in this bitch and just peel tires all goddamn day long. And it's selling for $39,000. You want a 4-door? You want to have some things going in your back seat? Maybe a trunk? Not a problem. Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400, $33,000. All-wheel drive, 400 horsepower. And we still have $8,000 left. Let's say we're chasing horsepower. Do you think you can bring this thing up to 500 horsepower pretty easy for 8 fucking grand? Yeah, it's a 3-liter twin turbo engine. This bitch can easily push out 450, 550, 600 horsepower. You want a manual one? Not a problem. I got you. No, it's not gonna be a fucking Subaru, because Subaru has the same head gasket problem as this stupid Ford does. Evo, yeah baby. 2012, 31,000 miles, $26,000. $26,000 and you can drive a fucking Evo. I found this in first 30 seconds of looking through Auto Trader. That's it. I didn't do days of research. 30 seconds of research. That's it. And here's the best part. 41 minus 26, that's $15,000 left. What can you do with extra 15 fucking grand? That's a bike, that's a jet ski, that's quite a few. That's probably you can get 4 used dirt bikes. That's a house payment. 15 grand, yeah, I mean, it's not a great house, but it's a fucking house payment. Okay, you are not into tuners, you don't want to be tuning this shit, you just want to drive. Not a problem. I got your back. Because I'm looking out for you. Check this out. On eBay, literally, I found this in 15 seconds. I just put in tuned Evo. That's it, that's what I found. 2005 Evo 8 for $26,000. I bet I can buy it right now for $26,000. Guess how many horsepower this guy has? 550. 550 horsepower with 32 or 38,000 miles. Like something 30,000 miles. Are you kidding me? This car was just for show. I mean, somebody was barely driving this thing. 550 horsepower. You will eat Ford Focuses RS for breakfast. You will absolutely destroy them. And this car has a proven track record of reliability. Here's something else you can buy. Nissan GTR, an old one, not even the new one. Nissan GTR, yeah, R32. Yeah, the prices can vary from 28 to 23, but you can get one way cheaper. You can get one for around $19,000, $20,000. Yeah, I know that because that one's mine. So don't be paying more than $20,000 for an old Nissan GTR. Just saying, because they cost $12,000, $13,000 in Japan, $1,500 to bring it here. By the time it's in America, it's about $14,000. Everything else is just pure profit. So don't get scammed. All right, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the pure performance that you are after. You're buying an RS because you want that fucking destroying power. You want to conquer the world. And what better vehicle to do that in than a fucking GTR? Why would I spend $41,000 on a Ford when I can buy a GTR? When I buy a GTR, I'm getting a true performance car, number one. When I'm buying a Ford, I'm getting a Rice wannabe. That's it. When I'm buying a GTR, that car has already depreciated. When I'm buying Ford Focus RS brand new, it still hasn't depreciated. I'm gonna lose 47% over 2 years. Oh, I forgot. Also head gaskets. I'm gonna need some new head gaskets. Problem number 7. Yeah, I got you. Not tuner friendly. Unfortunately, you would think this motherfucker would be tuner friendly. It simply isn't. It's not. It's not like an Evo. It's not like Civics. It's not like Supras. It's not Skylines. It's not Mitsubishis. It's not. This car has this much potential of horsepower and torque in just stock form. You buy from the dealership, this is how much it can handle. This is how much it has. You're only able to get maybe 50, 60, 70 more horsepower out of it before you run into some serious problems. And people who were test driving this car, like car reviewers back in the day, they actually reported the rear differential overheating. There was actually a real thing, and that's what they had to say. Check this out. The car's driveline was optimized for 350 horsepower, not wheel horsepower, and 350 pound-foot of torque. That means the driveline is light as possible to improve performance while still being able to reliably put down the power, especially under launch control. But it also means that the driveline is quickly approaching its limits for handling more power. If you're planning to have this car at 450, even 420 horsepower, I mean, say goodbye to your driveline. Start saving money for a new differential because they're gonna be fucked. Typically, I don't review new cars because I don't recommend people buy new cars ever because they're unproven, because they have huge depreciation that they have to go through, like we saw with 47% depreciation. Typically, I just teach people how not to get fucked when buying a car, or just find them a new car. That's what I do. I teach people how not to get fucked when buying a new car, or I find cars for people. That's what I do. I don't even make videos like this. But for some reason, that video just really disappointed me that nobody in that video, nobody in comment section told anybody about the problems. And we all know somebody that's wanting to buy one of these. I mean, I'm not a attention whore or anything like that, but for real, if you know somebody who's looking to buy one of these, share it with them, for real. Tell them to do some research because they're about to get fucked really bad, and it's not one of those pleasant hard fucks. No, no, it's gonna be by a salesman that's about 50 years old, and no, they will lose a lot of money, and it's not gonna be pleasant. All right, this is Dan with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the internet.